This is how to make your ex crazy for you again. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand what it takes for your ex to go from cold and distant to red hot and totally regretting the breakup. Right now, you're probably on a roller coaster of emotions. You go no contact, your ex reaches out to you, things are seemingly good for a moment, you're intimate, there's back and forth, they say that they miss you, things are going good, and then they get cold and distant and leave again. So you give them space. And during that time, you go no contact, you're focused on your personal development, you're watching tons of advice videos, you're listening to podcasts, you're reading books, maybe you're even in therapy. And then your ex comes back again. That roller coaster is going right back up. And things are seemingly going good. You're intimate again. They're starting to warm up to you again. It's starting to feel like old times. You spend the entire weekend together and things are just so great, so amazing. It almost feels like the breakup didn't even happen. Things are even more intense. The two of you didn't even leave the bed the entire weekend, only for Pedialyte and bathroom breaks. It seems like the breakup just never happened. It was just a blip on the radar. You're trying not to get ahead of yourself and trying not to get your feelings involved, but you can't help it. It feels good. You go into work on Monday morning and you're on cloud nine. You're feeling a high, you know, and you have a huge presentation to give. And right before you walk into the boardroom, you get a text from your ex and it says, "I can't do this. This past weekend was a mistake. I need space." You think you can give the best presentation in that boardroom with the nuke that your ex just dropped on you? So as a result, it's hard to focus at work. Your work is declining because you have this emotional roller coaster that you have to deal with. You've done all the work. You've done everything that you need to do. All of the breakup gurus have told you to work on yourself and you've done that. But there's a missing piece of the puzzle. And at this point, because you want your ex back so bad, because you miss your person, you miss your best friend, life is good, but it's not the same without them. Because of this, you'll do whatever it takes to figure it out. You know you've done the work, but you just can't figure out how to reattract your ex and keep them and have that love there, that red hot attraction. You want that back. You remember how they used to look at you when you first met them. You want that back. And you're ready to do whatever it takes. You've watched all of the videos from other coaches who just tell you surface level cosmetic advice that just has been recycled and regurgitated. It's good advice, but it's incomplete, because if it worked, why is your ex coming back and leaving again? And you're excited to take the necessary steps to get your ex back, not just to get them back, but to keep them and to have them regret the breakup and never want to leave your side again. But there's a reason why your ex comes back and leaves, and it's because of you. It's because though you've done the work, you still have a poor mindset when it comes to reattracting your ex, because this breakup or your divorce has brought out a lot of things. It's brought out a lot of emotional, deep-rooted issues. The limiting beliefs that you have. You don't feel that you're good enough. There's another person who came into your life and left again. Everyone always walks away from me. This was the first person to make you feel things that you've never felt before. You really didn't think a great relationship was possible. You've had a lot of broken hearts in the past, and when your ex came into the picture, it showed you that, hey, true love is possible. It showed you that someone can love you for who you are. It showed you that someone can love you despite your flaws. You always felt that you weren't good enough, that you didn't deserve this kind of love. And then when you had it, it set your entire world on fire. But then when your ex left, it just reinforced and validated everything that you've always thought about yourself. And when they come back, there's this energy inside of you that says, I know they're gonna leave again. I really don't deserve this. I know they're gonna leave again. They left me before, just like everyone else, and then they're gonna leave again. What do you think your ex feels when they can sense that off of you? What do you think your ex feels when you have that type of energy, that type of mindset? You think that they don't know that? You think that they don't feel that from you? That energy radiates off of you. And whatever you feel, your ex will feel. If you don't feel good enough, they won't feel good enough about you in the relationship. If you think that they won't stay, they won't stay. Your mindset, again, is a mirror. So if you have a poor mindset, your ex is going to reflect that energy onto you. And the thing is, You've done the work, so you're not, riddled with anxiety. You're not totally fearful. It's just a few things that are preventing them from staying. They can feel that energy. So when you spend the weekend with them and they tell you that they miss you, this is not your ex playing mind games with you. This is not your ex not really sure about what they want. They're sure about what they want. But when they get around you and things were good, again, you're holding to them just a little bit tighter. You're loving them just a little bit too hard. And there's a time and a place for that. And right now, that energy, it's not the time for it. There has to be a little bit of emotional restraint. This is why I pump the 4 C's in my program every time you watch a video from me. The 4 C's are confidence, charisma, courage, and emotional composure. The emotional composure is what I focus on, is one of the pillars that I focus on in my program. And that's all about the energy that you give off. And you don't see that right now. And the people who enter my program, they can see it. I work with them over the course of 3 months, maybe even more, but we work intimately and I can see things that they can't, because you can only see certain things. And we get to the root of the problem. That's why I really laugh at people who think that they can do this by themselves. I try to do it by myself, and that's why I didn't get my exes back. You don't know what you don't know. That's why everyone that you admire has a coach or an advisor or a consultant. The people who get their ex back and stay reach out to other people who can get them to that level. I just don't say get coaching because it sounds good. You need help to be able to overcome the limiting beliefs that you have. That's not something that you can do on your own, as well as understanding the other part, which makes your ex come back and then leave again, which is a proper understanding of attraction and seduction. So how do you expect to overcome your mindset issues and then also understand attraction and seduction at the same time? And you might think, well, I know how to attract my ex. Let me just go to the salon and do something different with my makeup or change my appearance and throw on a perfume, and that'll make my ex attracted to me again. That's cosmetic. That's on the surface. Attraction, in the way that I teach it in my program, is all about what's going on in here. It's about energetic attraction. The confidence that you need to attract or re-attract someone starts in here. It's not out there. It's not about what you wear. It's not about the perfume that you have. It's not about you going to get a BBL. It's not about doing something different with your makeup or being in the gym. It's about what radiates from you, because you can be dressed to the nines, smelling exquisite. You can change your appearance. You can lose pounds, drop weight, or put on some muscle. But if you are not able to radiate attraction and seduction, meaning give off that energy, it's going to fall out of the window as soon as you get that text that says, I need space. It's not real. It's not authentic. So in my program, I teach attraction on a deep level, the kind of attraction that exists from here, and it's foundational. It's not anything that's going to disappear within a drop of a hat. And that's just one phase of attraction. The other phase is knowing what to do, knowing what not to do, knowing when to pull back, knowing when to engage. Attraction and seduction are a game. And if you don't know how to play the game, and this is not about mind games, because there's always a subset of people who say, well, I don't want to play games. Well, the thing is, look, you knew how to play the game when you first attracted them. When you first met them and they were smitten by you, they were head over heels and they were crazy about you, you were playing the game correctly. You forgot it though. You forgot how to play this game. Because again, like I said, your limiting beliefs are now bubbling to the surface. The stakes are higher now. Now you have something to lose. You're playing scared. You're playing safe. You're tiptoeing around this. You're dancing around this. That's not attraction. How do you radiate attraction, but you don't feel confident in here? You can't. And your ex sees that. And you know what else they see? They see that you don't have it anymore. Yeah, you ain't got it. You ain't got it. You ain't got that it factor, that magic, that swag, that riz, or whatever the bullshit that y'all want to call it nowadays. You don't have that charisma. You don't have that flair. You don't have that glow. You lost it. This breakup, though you've built yourself back up, you're still not yourself. You know, you're doing your thing at work. You're killing it at work. You're in the gym. Your friends, they see you. Your family sees you. They see that you're kind of back to your normal self. You're smiling again. But you know when you get around your ex or when they leave, it still hits you. It chips away at you. That magic, that the thing that makes you, you, isn't there anymore. And your ex sees it. They see that you don't have it. Why in the hell will they stay if they don't see the person that they fell in love with? The people who are successful in getting their ex back and keeping them and having their ex pursue them, and yes, it is possible to have that happen, and they know that. The people who get their ex back, they not only are risk takers, they're willing to step outside of the box. They're willing to do things that they haven't done. They're willing to do whatever it takes. They're willing to admit their mistakes. They're willing to take accountability for the things that happened. They're willing to work with someone who says, this is someone who's an expert on this field. I'm going to work with this person so they can get me to this outcome. The people who I work with in my program get that magic back. You know how I can say that confidently is because I got my magic back. I've said it many times on this platform, but I went through a breakup when my dad died. I was dealing with a lot at that time. I lost my sense of self. I lost my spirit. I lost the thing that made me me. I lost that uniqueness, that flavor, that flair. And if you don't get it back, you're not going to get your ex back. Because why would your ex want to get a facsimile of you and not the real thing? Why would they want a shell of your former self? They want the real deal, Holyfield. They want you back. And they come back and they see that you haven't changed. They see that the thing that makes you you isn't there, it's absent. That influences their decision to leave. And then they get the spirit of, I miss them, I want to give them another shot. And they come back and they say, oh, okay, they ain't got it. They ain't got it. The people who get their ex back understand how to overcome their limiting beliefs. They understand seduction, not just to re-attract someone, but to seduce them to where they start pursuing them and never leave them again. It's possible. And they also understand what it takes to get their magic back. I help you see and realign with the person that you lost, with that thing, that it factor that you lost. I help you realign with that again. They unlock those three aforementioned things. Of course, we work on other things, but those are the foundations of it. They unlock it, and they also unlock something in their ex's heart that makes them never want to leave them again and realize that this breakup was a total mistake. And when they get that magic back, that's the excitement of this. That's the electricity. That's that it factor, that intangible thing that really makes your ex smitten over you. So you want to get that magic back, click that link in the description and let's get to work. Because no contact isn't enough. And I go into exactly why it's not enough in this video up here. So go ahead and click on that video and I'll see you on the flip side.